Arvind Kejriwal, the Delhi Chief Minister, will skip his 8th summon today. He had earlier said that he is ready to appear before the ED. However, he will do it on video conference. He calls these summons illegal, but has said now that he is willing to respond to all of that they are going to ask about. My colleague Aishwarya, okay, before we go over to Aishwarya, let's listen in to Harish Khurana, the Secretary of Delhi BJP.
जैसा कि लग रहा था अरविंद केजरीवाल एक बार फिर ईडी के सम्मन को स्किप कर गए हैं। ये 8वां मौका है जब अरविंद केजरीवाल साहब कानून का सम्मान ना करते हुए ईडी के सम्मन को स्किप कर रहे हैं। अब साहब कह रहे हैं कि 12 मार्च को मैं वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंसिंग के थ्रू प्रस्तुत हो जाऊंगा। तो अरविंद केजरीवाल साहब 12 मार्च की कोई मुहूर्त है क्या? आपने अगर वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंसिंग के थ्रू जवाब देना है तो आप आज भी दे सकते हो अपने शीश महल के किसी पर्दे को खोलकर, लेकिन नहीं, ये सिर्फ और सिर्फ एक बहाना है।
My colleague Aishwarya joins me on this story. Arvind Kejriwal has now said that he is going to appear before the ED, answer all of their questions on video conference, but ED says that they are not willing to listen to him on video conference. They are going to have him in a place physically. Tell us, how this plays out from now on.
Well, it is the Enforcement Directorate who had reached out to the court, and in front of the Delhi court, ED had clearly stated that because Arvind Kejriwal is non-complying of the summons that had been served to him on 7 previous occasions, and today as well, when 8th summon had been served to him, Arvind Kejriwal clearly had called these illegal. It is the Delhi court who had stated that Arvind Kejriwal should appear physically in front of court on March 16. Now, in between, it is regular summons which was served to Arvind Kejriwal, and he had stated that when the matter is already sub judice, why these regular summons are being served. On the other side, it is Arvind Kejriwal also stating that these summons are illegal and baseless according to him. When the matter is already in the court, why summons are being served? He would first go to the court and then answer to the ED. Although in between today, on the 8th summon, it is Arvind Kejriwal replying to the Enforcement Directorate that yes, although he is ready to reply on all the questions regards to the alleged excise policy scam of 21-22, but he would be appearing via video conferencing, and he had requested Enforcement Directorate that via video conferencing, any date after March 12 should be given to him. Although the reasons being cited as far as sources in the Aam Aadmi Party.
Aishwarya, is there any reason why the Delhi CM is asking for a date after 12th of March? And he's very categorically said about that.
Well, there might be 2 reasons. The sources in the Aam Aadmi Party clearly stating that because it's the budget session which is ongoing in the Delhi Assembly, and because of his hectic schedule, reasons being, of course, the elections, being announced probably in March, by March 12th or by after March 12th, and that somewhere the date could arrive, and just before that he had to travel across the country. So because of the hectic schedule and because of the budget session, he is not able to appear in front of the Enforcement Directorate. Now the ED is saying that there is no provisions of video conferencing and he has to appear physically. Where this matter will go, will Arvind Kejriwal be forced to appear before the ED or not, is something that remains to be seen.
Also, the final date has to be decided by the ED, even though the Delhi CM has asked for a date after the 12th of March. Do stay on with us for another story which pertains to the budget in Delhi. The Delhi government is going to present the budget today. Same day, Arvind Kejriwal was summoned by the Enforcement Directorate. The Delhi government will be presenting its budget for 2024-25 financial year. Delhi Finance Minister Atishi will be presenting her first budget after being inducted into the cabinet in March last year. They say that this time the budget is likely to be based on the concept of Ram Rajya. This will be the 10th budget of the AAP dispensation. The budget is likely to have provisions for every section of the society in accordance with the principles of Ram Rajya in the election year. Ashwarya is still with us. They say that the budget will adopt the theme of Ram Rajya. What does that mean? It is election year, of course, but what are the specific things that this budget is going to focus on?
Well, this is very interesting as far as the concept of the budget is, which is Ram Rajya. Although the Bharatiya Janata Party is talking about Ram Temple and they are going with this agenda in the 2024 elections. Now, Aam Aadmi Party and Arvind Kejriwal himself speaking about Ram Rajya concept being inducted in this budget, which will be presented by Finance Minister Atishi today. Although this has a bit controversy as well, there were letters which were exchanged between the Delhi Chief Minister and LG about why the delay happened in presenting the budget. It was Arvind Kejriwal who gave a reply to the LG that it was because of non-approval of the MHA and from the LG office. And finally, when they have received the approvals from MHA and LG, they are going to present their 10th budget. It will be first of Atishi as far as her induction in the Delhi cabinet after former Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodiya got arrested and she being inducted. But the concept of Ram Rajya clearly indicates to curtail all the sections of the society. We have been told by our sources within the Aam Aadmi Party that the major part of this budget would be, of course, dedicated to the unauthorized colonies in Delhi because almost 30 to 40% of this area and the people who live are underprivileged, and therefore the reason perhaps focus should be on that. Of course, it's an election year 2024 and therefore the reason perhaps more than 80,000 crore rupees of budget will be presented by Delhi government. Certainly, this would be very interesting to see that as Ram Rajya clearly suggests, whether this budget would be able to cope up with all these sections or whether this would certainly be, certainly will not be helpful for somebody.